Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in life when everything feels cluttered. Your mind, your emotions, your path, even your soul. You look around and feel lost in your own story, as if you've wandered far from the person you once dreamed of becoming. But here's the truth we forget too often. You don't need a new year, a new month, or even a new day to change your life sometimes. All you need is 7 days of pure intention. 7 days of raw honesty, 7 days of showing up for yourself. And in those 7 days, you don't have to transform into someone else. You only need to come back home to who you were always meant to be. Your life doesn't need a replacement. It needs a reset. Because resetting your life is not about starting from scratch. It's about starting from experience. Let me walk you through 5 powerful ways that can guide you to reset your life in just 1 week. Not through magic, not through shortcuts, but through courage, choice, and commitment. 1. Silence the noise. Hear your soul again. We live in a world that never quiets down. From the moment we wake up, we're bombarded with voices, expectations, opinions, and distractions. The notifications keep ringing, the world keeps spinning, and somehow in all that noise, we forget to listen to ourselves. There is a voice deep within us, soft and sacred, that keeps getting drowned under the weight of everything external. That voice is the compass of our soul, and to reset your life, the very first step is to hear it again. Silencing the noise doesn't always mean escaping to the mountains or shutting off the world. It means creating moments of stillness within the chaos. It means choosing to pause when everything urges you to rush. It means sitting with your own silence without fearing what it might reveal. Because only in the quiet do we begin to hear the truth we've buried beneath the noise. Sometimes the silence brings tears, sometimes memories, and sometimes long-forgotten dreams. But everything that rises in the silence is a part of you seeking healing, acknowledgement, and space to breathe. Don't run from it, embrace it. There is power in listening to what you've avoided for too long. The silence isn't empty. It's full of answers you've been searching for in all the wrong places. When you unplug from the world, even for a little while, you plug back into yourself. You begin to feel the pulse of your own heart, not the rhythm dictated by someone else. You stop performing and start being. You let go of the need to impress and lean into the need to express. You remember that peace was never outside. It was always a choice waiting within. Make it a ritual. Even if it's only for 10 minutes a day, sit in silence, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and ask your soul, what do you need today? And listen, not with judgment, but with compassion. You may be surprised by the gentleness of the answer, by the clarity of your own intuition, by the wisdom you carry that no one else can give you. Let go of the idea that productivity equals worth. Sometimes, the most important thing you can do is rest your spirit. We are not machines built for constant motion. We are human hearts with tender needs. And only when you honor your need for stillness can you begin the journey of true renewal. There is a kind of healing that only happens in quiet, a kind of reset that only begins when you disconnect from everything that doesn't align with your truth. Don't fear the silence. Welcome it like a trusted friend, like a mirror that reflects the parts of you you've forgotten to love. Because when the world outside grows quiet, the world within starts to sing again. And in that melody, you begin to remember who you are, what you love, and why you were born. To begin again, 2, clean your environment, clear your energy. Your surroundings are not just physical spaces. They are extensions of your inner world. The clutter in your room often mirrors the clutter in your mind. The disorganization in your life sometimes reflects the disconnection in your soul. If you want to reset your life in just 1 week, start by cleaning the space you wake up in every morning. Because how you start your day determines how you shape your destiny. There is something profoundly symbolic about clearing out your environment. Each drawer you empty, each paper you throw away, each corner you wipe becomes an act of emotional release. You begin to realize how much weight you've been carrying, not just in your home, but in your heart. Letting go of physical mess becomes a practice of letting go of what no longer serves your spirit. Sometimes We hold on to things because we believe they're part of who we are, the clothes we no longer wear, the books we never read, the objects that carry memories both sweet and painful. But resetting your life means choosing to create space not just for what's useful, but for what brings joy, peace, and clarity. Your space should inspire you, not drain you. It should feel like a sanctuary, not a storage unit of stress. When you walk into your room, you should feel a sense of ease, not anxiety. That begins by being intentional. What do I want to keep? What do I want to release? And what do I want to welcome in this new season of life? Clean not only your room, but your digital world too. Unfollow the pages that make you feel not enough. Unsubscribe from noise that distracts you from your purpose. Your phone, your laptop, your online space, they are part of your environment too. Make them sacred, make them aligned with who you are becoming, and don't forget to clean your energetic environment as well. That includes toxic relationships, repeated patterns, draining conversations, and self-sabotaging thoughts. When you clean your energy, you rise above everything that once anchored you in pain. You begin to protect your peace, not just your possessions. Resetting your environment is an act of self-respect. It tells your soul, you deserve to live in a place that honors your worth. And when you live in a space that uplifts you, you begin to make decisions that align with your highest self. Your environment becomes the soil in which your dreams take root, because clarity outside brings clarity inside. And when your space is in harmony, your energy begins to flow freely, your creativity blossoms, and your heart finds room to dream again. 3. Forgive the past. Free the present. You cannot reset your life if you keep replaying the moments that broke you. The past is a place of lessons, not a prison for your future. Yet, we hold on to betrayal, to regret, to pain, as if letting go would make it all meaningless. But forgiveness is not forgetting. It is remembering without letting it poison your soul. It is the choice to no longer be defined by what happened, but by who you've become. Despite it, forgiveness doesn't mean they were right. It means you are ready to stop carrying what is too heavy for your heart. It is an act of rebellion in a world that tells you revenge is strength. No true strength is softness after suffering, compassion after chaos, light after loss. And forgiveness is the bridge between your healing and your peace. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is not someone else, it's you. You look back and judge the choices you made, the red flags you ignored, the time you wasted. But you were only trying your best with what you knew at that time. You were surviving, not failing. And now, you have grown. You know better. You feel deeper. You see clearer. To forgive yourself is to set yourself free. It is to look at your scars and say, even here, I am still worthy of love. It is to stop punishing yourself for being human. Because you were never meant to be perfect. You were meant to be whole. And wholeness includes the wounds you've turned into wisdom. Let every day of this week be a gentle letting go, not all at once, but one breath at a time. Write a letter to your past. Speak aloud what you never got to say. Cry if you must. Scream if you must, but then breathe. Breathe into your new beginning. Breathe into your right to live unburdened. Forgiveness is a sacred doorway. When you walk through it, you stop dragging the past into your future. You no longer let yesterday dictate your joy today. You finally reclaim your power from what hurt you. And in that forgiveness, you don't lose your strength, you return to it. You remember that you are more than what was done to you. You are who you choose to become now. And in this moment, right now, you have the power to be free, because the present is too precious to be held hostage by the past. And your future is too beautiful to be built on pain that you've already survived. 4, build new habits, break old patterns. If you want to reset your life, don't wait for motivation, build habits. Because motivation comes and goes, but habits stay. They are the roots that hold your dreams in place when the storms of doubt try to uproot you. And your habits, no matter how small, shape your entire identity. One choice repeated daily becomes a new story. One step taken again and again becomes a new path. But before you build, you must become aware. What are the patterns that have kept you stuck? What are the rituals that drain your energy, your time, your peace? Resetting your life begins with asking hard questions. Not to shame yourself, but to awaken yourself. You deserve to live intentionally, not on autopilot. Start with the basics. Wake up early and own your morning. Stretch, pray, move, write, reflect, whatever nourishes you. Stop beginning each day by scrolling through someone else's life. Begin with your own breath. Begin with your own dreams. Own your first hour, and you start owning your entire day. Drink more water, move your body, eat what fuels you, not what numbs you. Create a rhythm that supports your growth. Habits are not punishments. They are gifts you give your future self. Each time you choose discipline over distraction, you tell your soul, I matter. My life matters. And don't just build habits, replace the patterns that no longer serve you. Don't reach for your phone when you're anxious, reach for a journal. Don't react with anger when you're hurt. Respond with awareness. These shifts are subtle, but over time they rewrite your story. Track your progress. Celebrate the tiny wins. One day of showing up turns into 2, then 3, then a week, then a life transformed. You don't need perfection. You only need consistency rooted in purpose. You only need to try again one more time, then you gave up. And remember, habits are not just what you do. They are who you become. Every action is a vote for the person you're becoming. So ask yourself daily, are my habits building the future I desire, or are they repeating the past I want to escape? Because when you build new habits, you don't just change your schedule, you change your self-image. You reset your identity. You become the author of a life that feels aligned, intentional, and alive. 5. Dream again and believe you deserve it. You cannot reset your life if you stop dreaming. Dreams are not childish, they are courageous. They are the whispers of your purpose calling you home. But somewhere along the journey, you were told to be realistic, to settle, to dim your light so others wouldn't feel insecure. You were told dreaming was foolish. But what if the only foolish thing was believing that your current reality is the limit of what you deserve? Dreaming again is an act of rebellion against everything that tried to make you small. It is choosing to imagine a world where you thrive, not just survive, where your joy is not conditional, where your success is not an accident, where your life is not something you escape from, but something you celebrate. Let yourself dream even if it scares you, especially if it scares you, because that fear is often the border between the life you've known and the life you're meant for. Write down your dreams, speak them aloud, hold them close. They are not delusions, they are declarations of what's possible when you believe. The world needs your dreams, not because they are perfect, but because they are yours. Because through your dreams, someone else may find the courage to chase theirs. Through your light, someone else may remember they are not too late, not too broken, not too far gone. But don't just dream, believe you deserve it. That's the hardest part. Because many of us can imagine great things but feel unworthy of receiving them. That inner critic grows loud, whispering, who do you think you are? But I ask you, who are you not to dream big? Who are you not to become the miracle you once prayed for? Surround yourself with reminders of who you're becoming. Vision boards, journals, mantras, whatever keeps your heart awake and your eyes open to possibility. Don't apologize for your ambition. Don't minimize your fire to comfort someone else's fear. Dreaming again is the final reset. It is the breath of life after years of holding it in. It is your soul standing tall and saying, I am ready for more, not because I lack, but because I am overflowing with potential. Because you don't just deserve to exist. You deserve to live, to rise, to shine, and to believe, once and for all, that you were born for something extraordinary in the end. Resetting your life in just 1 week is not about achieving perfection, it's about realignment. It's about coming back to your truth with quiet courage and gentle intention. It's about silencing the chaos to hear your soul, cleansing your space to reclaim your peace, forgiving your past to free your present, building habits to create momentum, and daring to dream again because you finally believe you are worthy of more. When you give yourself permission to reset, You are not erasing your story. You are rewriting the way it continues from here. You don't need to wait for a new year or some dramatic turning point to begin again. Your moment is now, this week. These 7 days, they are enough to shift something deep inside of you. They are enough to help you remember what you forgot in the noise, that you are powerful, that you are resilient, and that your life is still yours to shape. You can wake up tomorrow different from how you were yesterday, not because the world changed, but because you chose to. So take this week, not as pressure, but as a promise to listen to yourself, to honor your healing, to declutter what drains you, to move with intention, and to dream without limits. You are not too late, not too lost, not too broken to begin again. You are simply on the edge of becoming everything you were always meant to be, and that begins the moment you decide to reset your life. One breath, one choice, one beautiful day at a time.